And we live, y'all. Welcome
Come
back to
on.
Yes,
Town
sir.
Talk.
Yes, sir.
Got the
Welcome
OG
to another
host
one.
here. How you guys doing?
Oh,
we
man,
doing
doing
good,
heavily
doing
good.
good.
That's
Yes,
what we're here
sir.
for.
So, start off with our announcements. We got to give a big round of applause to our Town Talk Seattle music playlist. Hit 1,000 views on YouTube.
Okay, let's go. Need that.
Where my claps at?
Where the claps at,
Oh,
DJ?
Come on.
All right, we're back now. All right, hello? Yeah, all right, there it is.
We live?
We've been live, but I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, I'm just, come
Yeah,
on.
down here.
Yep.
Real
Did you
quick.
hear anything that we just said? Did they?
Now we're live.
No. They heard the first half. They just didn't hear after the applause when I unplugged the headphones. So,
All right.
But yeah, we hear y'all.
Okay, well,
Sure.
we back on it.
You're.
How you guys feeling about the two of the top 5 earning college players from are being from Washington for college basketball?
Oh, that's big.
And who are they?
Well,
Of
obviously,
course, Paulo.
on the male side, but on the female side, we have Haley
Yep.
Van Leaf. She's
I believe.
super ball. She plays for Louisville.
Yeah.
She's a real baller
Yep.
though.
Plays for Louisville.
But what surprised
Cooper.
me was out of those top 5 earning college players, 4 out of the 5 were women.
Yeah, top 2 are women.
So I mean, but I'm
Women's
saying
basketball is coming
Paolo
up.
was the only dude in that. So it just lets you know how crucial that paying these college athletes are, because some of these women will never see these type of paychecks.
That's true.
Maybe
Yeah.
ever. And you just think back to you just got to reminisce on the past ones that still that elevated the game to the point where it was like where it is now, to where UConn isn't just the team that's just wiping everybody, like
Right.
all these females can hoop, like these ladies can ball for real. So I mean, especially with the college, you just have that college atmosphere, which I think puts more of an emphasis on women's basketball, because otherwise, obviously we don't see that same type of love and energy translate to the NBA. It's still starting to grow at that. But I feel like maybe it's just because the WNBA hasn't really had an emphasis like Seattle has, to where the Storm is our team and we fully support them. Like that is our team and we recognize them. But
Definitely.
other WNBAs aren't the staple in their city.
Right.
To the point where they have a large market like that. So you're seeing these women in college, be in this atmosphere where regardless of where they go, they're going to get that energy, that love and energy, because just the whole stigma of being in a college atmosphere. You got
big time.
alumni, you got students that go there.
Yeah.
You just got a whole lot of pride behind it.
Right.
Whereas as far as, in
that culture
it
and
just
that
doesn't
tradition
transfer,
behind it.
it's unfortunate, but it has yet to transfer professionally for them yet. But I'm proud to see them getting some checks.
Yeah, this
Come
is
on.
beautiful.
For-
It's
for-
definitely changing the game.
For sure.
That's why I asked myself, it's like, what do you see in the future with these NIL deals? Like, Paulo
Exactly.
did exclusive rights for Panini cards, trading cards.
Oh, yeah.
So his rookie card is going to be, have wholesome value for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
because
for
that's
sure,
the
for
only
sure.
one that's going to be official.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, round of
I
applause to them being from the town. Come
oh yeah, and why you get them? Yeah, get your cards too. Get your Panini cards.
Yeah, for sure.
Those gonna be big. But no, we got Deion Sanders' son. He got deals with Dre Beats, Gatorade.
Well, yeah, he's gonna get deals regardless. It just is a wide open door for him.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of them. There's a lot of them, but he's also a college athlete. But he's not on top
Yeah.
5, even with all those deals.
Facts.
So
facts,
that says a
facts.
lot.
Yeah.
But
it
at the
does
same
say a
time, he's
lot.
getting those,
Yeah. we know
checks,
regardless of the
NIL
numbers
checks.
though, when he's draft eligible, he's gonna be a first rounder regardless.
Oh yeah,
You
they're
know.
giving the kids in high school NIL checks now too. So
For real?
yeah, there's
In
5-star
every
recruits,
state?
5-star,
Or-
4-star recruits.
Well, if
I
they're
think as
playing
soon as
good enough,
they-
they probably get the offers. So,
yeah, I think probably around summertime is when they're able to get them. Right when they graduate high school.
Because I'm not sure how that translates because, so you're saying as long as they're committed to another school? Like, because,
Like Mikey is Puma.
is he committed to a school, though?
No, he has NIL deal with Puma right
Because I
now.
wonder, like, is he at a prep school, though?
Of course, I'm pretty
Like, I'm
sure.
saying, like, he already graduated high school.
I'm not sure.
Like, you know how they have those prep
Fifth
schools?
year,
It's
yeah.
like a fifth year type thing.
Mhm.
Like, you know. Even,
I would not be surprised.
Like, that's what I'm saying. But, I don't know how that works, but I do know that, you know, if you're like a high schooler and you were to get paid, I mean, technically
can't
that
go-
is going,
yeah.
you're a pro at that point.
Right.
Like, you know, you're getting
Right.
a professional check to whereas I think they limited to if you're actually committed or you're actually at a school, like for real, like, you know, it's something to do with as long as you're in school to where you can, you know, be paid through an NIL deal. Or else, you know, you can go to that G League that they have now, the Ignite League, or they got that Overtime League now. They got a whole bunch of leagues
everything,
now.
yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot more leagues now,
It's big
so there's a
now.
lot of alternatives, which is also good too. But hey, as long as you get your bread, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
shout out to them. They better get their bread while they can, because
Yeah.
you never know. They could always go back on this and say that, oh no, there's problems with this, and
For sure.
we've seen that. We need to stop college players from getting paid again. So you never know. It could change in the future.
Yep.
But
Get it in
Yeah.
while you can.
speaking
Yeah.
of other
Yeah.
Seattle
Oh wait,
sports,
quick hot take.
what's up?
Hit us up for that new wave NIL deal.
Come on.
Come on,
We come
need
with
that.
deals now.
Come on.
Come
You know, we're looking at the
Loving
top
to sponsor the
prospects.
town.
You know, top prospects are the hidden gems.
Yes,
You know,
mighty hitting gems. Gotta
You know?
gotta get them.
exactly. You just holler at us. We'll let you know.
Come on. But
We
yeah,
also
let's-
got some
let's-
other talent on the roster, entertainment wise. Sky Dior.
Yeah, come on.
that's our little sponsor, little young one. Come on.
Easy. But yeah, let's get into some other Seattle sports news.
What's next?
People
What's
talking
next?
about DK about to get traded. I can't see it, man.
Come
I don't
on
know.
now.
What you guys think
It's
about
just
DK
rumors.
Metcalf
It's
potentially
just
being
rumors.
traded?
You know, we can't see it because obviously, you know, we know DK as an athlete, but as someone who's, you know, transitioning to a more vocal player on the team and
A leader.
he shares a lot of pride being in the Seahawks, and I think that, well, obviously it's you know, seemingly, you know, coming true, but it seems like Pete and DK have more of that father-son relationship
Mm-hmm.
that I think a lot of people expected him and Russ to have.
Yeah.
Like,
That
Because-
first introduction was pretty big.
yeah, it was big.
When he came in with no
because-
shirt on.
Yeah, imagine
and
this.
then Pete took his shirt off.
And what did Pete respond to when people asked him about it? He said it pissed him off. Who says that someone pisses you off and you still draft them?
Right. Come on.
That's someone who
That's
has
huge.
mighty regard and respect for you, and I just feel like it was already there from the get go.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just, you know,
Yeah.
and you know,
DK's gonna be here for
Exactly,
a long time.
exactly.
He's not leaving, man.
I feel like we're gonna get this extension done probably probably right after draft time or right before draft time. Who knows? But
That's top priority. It's gonna happen.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's first priority. He said a Bobby reunion was out the window. So
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of money
We
currently.
do. We
you
do.
know, and
Ready to spend it.
yeah, it could be tossed to DK real quick. You know.
Man, nah, we not trading him though. I think with last year the jersey sales showing that DK outsold every other person on the team, even Russ last year.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
for
that
sure.
it would be crazy to trade him at all. You
Man.
feel
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, it would be like trading Jamal Adams. I mean, he just got here too, and
Yeah.
there's a reason why we're invested in him. You know, he hasn't.
Yeah, he hasn't got a full year to play yet.
A lot of people talk that talk, but when he's on the field and he's doing what he do,
He's doing
you
it.
know,
They love him.
Hey,
yeah,
every
they
play,
love him. They
every
won't
play.
be talking that talk no
10
more.
toes
So
down. Man.
yeah, ready
But-
for it.
But nah, speaking to like, the Seahawks, they play at Lumen Field, and right across from Lumen Field is the Gantry Pub House. So let's talk about the Skip Day. Come
Skip
on.
Day, April 29th coming soon.
Yes, sir.
I want to see if I
Real
got the flyer
soon.
here. I know I sent it to Leon. I got his stuff right here, so I'm going to pull it up.
Oh, indeed.
Easy. I'm going to just drag it in here.
Come on.
We got the Skip Day flyer right here, ladies
Right
and
here.
gentlemen.
Made by the one and only.
You
already know.
Jorge the flyer, man.
Come on.
Had to get it right.
Come
Let's
on,
stick it
man.
Right there. Let the people see it.
Yes, sir.
That's
They'll
healthy.
see it.
Ding. Oh, hold on.
Bing. Hold on. What we got right here? There it is,
That
y'all.
one.
Dope.
But yeah, y'all see it. We
Yes,
got
sir.
Leon having a special performance. You know we're going to have Class Clowns perform. That's off
come
rip.
on.
Of
You
course,
gonna get a little
Classics.
sneaky performance on the dance floor and vocally,
You can
But,
see the gigs. I've been practicing my gigs too, man.
Hey,
Oh, yes,
but this
sir,
is a
bring it
different
back.
type of gigs. This is where the gigs originated from. This is
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of 60s, 70s,
Yep.
little hit
Bringing
of
it
80s.
back. Bringing it
music.
back.
That
Come on.
real true dance, get your, body moving. Like
Get your
just
groove
naturally.
on. Yes,
you
indeed.
real
with the
grooving and
funk.
moving, man.
Come on.
So what are you guys excited about for this day? Like what else you got going on for
Oh
the night?
man, we got exclusive exclusive ingredients and drinks that we're gonna have that are gonna focus on the theme pretty much in that 27 clubs player ball thing.
Oh yeah,
So,
for sure.
Man, just be tuned in and tapped
Yeah.
in. When
I
you come
think-
in, you'll see what's in store. That's
Exactly.
just really what it is.
I think the most, exciting thing is that, you just expect the atmosphere you're going into. A lot of people, will usually, on parties of mine, maybe, but you expect a certain just turn up crowd and, that's just what it is, just going hard all night. But this is actually doing it with the older generation. This is all about connectivity. This is going to be like a big reunion. So I feel like every time people come to my birthday, especially, when it's in the town, it's always a reunion. People see people who they ain't seen in years and stuff like that. And you
right.
just get that connection.
Yeah, because you're
It's
kind of getting
real-
that, like, you told me you like to have your birthdays for everyone to enjoy.
Exactly.
I did the same thing.
Exactly.
I feel you. That's what we like to do. Come on.
So I expect to, that's my favorite part is seeing friends that I haven't seen in, since the last skip day that I thrown, and that was 2019, and a lot of people aren't here in the physical anymore. So it's really important that we keep that connection together. We keep that in house.
Exactly.
And we remind ourselves that, people are still available, just because, they don't talk to you every day doesn't mean that you've lost that connection, that you just completely forgot who each other were. Like you were wiped off the face of the planet and everything. But, just keeping that connection and letting people know that,
That connection's still there.
yeah, it's still there.
It's still there, for sure.
So
Ain't
I feel
nothing
like
changed.
that's
And I'm loving all that energy and like just looking at the fire. You guys can see here to like the left of Lou. We got the
come on.
we got the peace signs here. Peace and
Come on.
positivity is all we're all about. We got the love wins over here. So yeah, we went crazy
You
with
know?
the flyer, y'all. It's gonna be a crazy event. We're gonna be right downtown in the town for
Hey,
real. You feel me?
That's the one.
Real players ball, man. Right in
Skip
front of the
day.
stadiums, man.
You
At
guys
the
see
gantry.
you enter
Slide.
this rectangle. This our vibe. You enter that vibe. You coming up to the skip day. You see the
Hey,
energy.
Come
A whole
on.
different universe there. Y'all gotta see it. You see Leon performing.
Yeah.
Dress the theme, everybody.
Yeah,
60s,
dress the
70s
theme,
theme.
man. Everybody talking about that pushing peas, man. Let me see if you a real
Gotta
pea,
push
man.
it,
What you got in
right.
your closet, man?
Come on.
Show out with it, man.
Come on.
Pop out, man.
Yeah, we'll see you guys April 29th. I'm tripping.
Okay,
Yeah, no, not
boy,
August, man. Not
April
that,
29th, 2022.
We the Bulls, man.
Come
Come
on.
on, April 29th.
Come on.
Holla at your boy Friday night. We going all night into the Saturday morning, man.
Easy.
Yes, sir.
But we got to talk about the slap heard around the world, apparently, because people are saying we have to talk about it. They're not going to let
The
us slide
slap
by
heard
it.
around
So
the world.
the slap heard around the world. So I want you guys to start it off, but there's a couple of things that I'm going to speak on from like the African-American standpoint off of like a lot of the Caucasians around the country reacting to this and speaking on it, speaking for
Man.
us. So I'll get into that after the fact. But you guys go
Yeah.
ahead and let me know your feelings. And did Will Smith have to do it? Or was he justified in doing it?
It's a hard take because you got to look at it you got to look at the standpoint of who we are. Obviously, it's hard enough for us to even be invited there.
Yeah.
So it's an environment where we're not welcome to. We're not really accustomed to as a regular, and especially at that winning. So, I mean, at a event where you're basically
already you're already the minority.
You're already
in the last
super minority.
The
It's
super,
not even close
you're kind of like
to
the token
even,
person because in the
Exactly.
last 100 years at the Academy for the
Yeah.
Oscars, they've only given out 5 black
But
Oscars.
At the same time, this is why I'm saying it goes on both ends, absolutely, because Chris Rock, you're hosting and you're a comedian. Out of all the people in the audience, you consistently pick on Will and Jada. Like, there is a million white people you could talk about.
Right.
You always talk about us. Why are you always trying to put down us? So it's like,
and why does he think that we need to just accept that? Like,
Yeah.
why is he? Oh, well, if I pick on Will, he won't say anything. Come on now.
So
dude.
I mean, does somebody need to get slapped in front of the TV, like on stage, just to prove to the world that some people just need to get slapped for the things that they do? I mean, yeah. I can't say no to that because he did deserve it. Like the previous Oscar, what was that? The 2016s when they were 2016 when they were boycotting.
Yep.
He said Jada had to be invited to boycott. Like, and bro, you're in movies with her. You're in Madagascar with her. You've seen her in, big time roles and stuff like at a time where you weren't.
Yeah.
So I feel like he does a lot of picking on her. Period. Even when she wasn't there and she was boycotting, she was heavy on his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Will was heavy on his mind. And
I think there's something a little personal going on.
With the entanglement, they were heavy on his mind. And then now, that's what I'm saying, it's 2022, and out of all the people in the audience, you gonna pick out
like
Jada Pinkett Smith, who has alopecia, and then talk about her bald head. You could have talked about a million white people. You could have talked about anybody's drug addiction in the audience. Any of these white people's drug addiction or their
Epstein,
pedophilia,
there's so
or their
many things.
There's so much wrong with that Hollywood. That is the majority Hollywood, white Hollywood. It is so much wrong with them. And he consistently picks at the black community, and he consistently picks at our black, icons, and it's cool to make fun of them, but consistently at a stage, we're at an event where we're not even invited like that. We're not even awarded like that. We're not even respected like that. You still consistent. And of course, the audience is going to laugh because that's what they do. They laugh at us. They know even if he didn't go up there and slap him, but even if he didn't go up on stage and Will Smith didn't slap Chris Rock, they were still going to laugh at the jokes. They're still going to laugh at,
exactly.
And they're still going to be
They laugh at our pain.
They laugh at our pain. Because just right there, you captured it right there. If he was to pick on a bald
and
white,
you see, they laughed when he got slapped.
Listen, no,
They
not
laughed
even
when he
just
got
that.
slapped.
Hey, not even just that. Okay, yeah, it all looked like a show in the moment, so I see them laughing and all that. But think about it like this: if Chris Rock was to pick on a white actress that had alopecia and was bald, there would not be a single white person in there.
They'd be
laughing.
like, cancel Chris Rock.
They would be like, cancel Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Somebody should have went up there and beat him up.
Yeah.
But since Will did it, it's like, Will, you've disgraced us. You're instilling black stereotypes. First of all, I don't want to hear a single white person talk about black stereotypes because you guys have put us in that systematic oppression over all these years, giving us these bad stereotypes, which you guys profit off of in your movies, just to turn around and say, "Oh, you're just acting like the stereotypes that we made for you."
Yeah.
Terrible.
And they talk about that was the Oscars' ugliest moment, and they forgot about the time where what's her name? Shawnee, I think, the indigenous Native American woman that went up there for the award, and John Wayne had to be held back by 6 security dudes, and Clint Eastwood is booing her and throwing stuff at her, and she's saying, "Don't portray Native Americans poorly in film like you guys do. You guys portray us as savages and as these people that deserve what is happening to them, and can you please stop?"
Oh, but they don't
because you have such a platform.
Yeah.
And you have these guys who were literally trying to kill her.
Yeah.
At that event. So we're talking about Oscar's ugliest moments.
Talking about this, Will Smith's the ugliest moment. They're capping because also another ugly moment of the Oscars was all the way back when they made the very first, like, what is it? Maybe not even the not Birth of a Nation, but like one of the first movies where there was a black actress in it, where she played as Big Mama, and they gave her the award. But they made her wear like a crazy, like ugly dress to the Oscars, and everyone laughed at her there. That was in like the 1920s. Yeah, so it's like they've had many ugly moments in the Oscars. So I think it's definitely a disgrace for them to take a man who was defending his wife. And okay, we get the entanglement and all that for sure. But I feel like as a rich black power couple, they probably had an arrangement. Will's probably doing his thing. She's probably doing their thing, but they come together for their kids, like to have that black power couple image. And he sees that on his biggest night, his wife was getting made fun of, and he wasn't going to let her just sit there and, be attacked on his biggest night because he would never hear the end of it. Like, oh, your biggest night, I got roasted for having alopecia. No, he had to do something in the moment, but they're just now trying to boil it down to, oh, he had no self-restraint. I see a lot of different white actors. Alec Baldwin, who just accidentally killed somebody at a movie set, he said that you have no self-restraint. I can't believe it. That's crazy. Like, there's so many people putting their 2 cents in it. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's crazy because also we look at the fact that, I mean, they've completely just whitewashed us. That's what they've historically have done. Like you were saying, like that was the 1930s. Well, we can also talk about how the Oscars is named after a black director, Oscar Bordeaux. That was one of the first original black and white film directors, and he was highly regarded. But they didn't want him. They made the shape of him on the trophy. That is him. He's bald. He looks like a black dude. Yeah. And then it took, I think, a popular white actress at the time was like, oh, that looks like my Uncle Oscar. And then that's where they were like, oh, the Oscars are named the Oscars because she said that looked like her Uncle Oscar. Like, no.
That makes zero sense.
It makes zero sense.
That's just the white plight
of. Look it up.
That's just the whole white
of the Oscars.
That's the whole white plight of everything revolves around me. It revolves around my people. But isn't that crazy?
No, we talk about
it's crazy for sure.
It's something like the Statue of Liberty, like how the Statue of Liberty is a black woman, and she had chains on her feet.
She was one of the Moors. She was a Moorish woman.
And the U.S. government had to send that back to France because they didn't want black people to be the face of America, the first thing that you see when you come in. So that's the reason why they cut her afro and they cut her chains, and that's why it looks all weird at her ankles.
Well, the number one thing to know about the Statue of Liberty is the headdress, because that headdress comes from the Moors.
Facts.
And they don't like to ever mention the Moors because the Moors had the biggest slave revolution of all time, and they succeeded in Haiti. So that's literally what inspired the Statue of Liberty is that headdress. The spikes was the Moor headdress, and the Moors were the very dark skinned people back then.
Facts.
So that's fact. We know the truth.
Facts.
But I like to also talk about I don't know. I feel like Chris Rock, he definitely should not have targeted Will Smith just like that because he could talk to anybody in there.
Yeah. I think. Well, the thing is too, I was gonna say, we talk about white actors that go too much depth into their roles, and they dive into their role so much that they become their role and things like that. Well,
Ryan Reynolds.
Who did Will Smith just play and win an Oscar for? An overprotective dad. Yeah. How can you not put 2 and 2 together and be like, maybe it's because he had an Oscar-winning, performance because he dove into that role so much of his
black
current
women,
situation, and he transformed that into his own interpretation of the situation, like him and his family situation into Richard Williams.
Oh yeah.
And even though they had two completely different, even though they had two completely different, obvious situations. That's what happens when you're an actor and you dive yourself into someone else's skin. You're taking a piece of them and you're trying to, basically, conform that into your own piece of work to where you can you can make it your own. Like how he played Ali. I'm pretty sure that he got hands. People talking about, if I was Chris Rock, I'd, every time I'd see Will Smith, it's on site. What are you talking about? It's on site. Will Smith will wreck you. He will wreck you. He played Bad Boys. He played I know.
Legend. Hey, and on the other half of it, Chris Rock is probably about 110 pounds, and he's 57 years old. Will Smith is only 50, so he's way younger.
It's not gonna be even pretty. I'm surprised he didn't break his jaw with that slap, but I know he held back
or knock him out. He's an old man. He's an old man.
I know he held back. That's what I'm saying.
He got the tough stone jaw.
Class. He did it professionally. I had never seen nobody slap someone so professionally. If there was a slap,
that was with the message. That was a slap with a message.
It was so professional that people thought it was staged. That's what I'm saying. The people in the audience laughed. He came up on stage and he called him Richard. Like, what? He said, Richard. And then he just smacks him. You thought he was King Richard. You thought he was Richard Williams in that moment. As soon as he said Richard, Will Smith in his head said, I'm Richard Williams.
Facts. He probably got back into that zone right there.
And see, that's why I got a few points. I got a few points with the Oscars. For one, they need to stop putting comedians as the host. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I like it. You know, usually comedians are supposed to be good hosts,
And
you know, naturally.
lighten the
and
mood,
I
lighten the
want to
mood.
see more black people on stage, but I mean, they've been fumbling it lately. And I think we
Stupid
just need to
fumbling.
put the right black people up on stage to do these
Morgan
hosting.
Freeman.
He does a great job every time.
That's
He
what I'm
has done
saying.
hosting, and you know, ain't no issue about it, no problems, nothing like that. But when
Samuel
it comes to comedians,
Jackson. That could be someone
Yeah.
who's funny, not
Yeah.
a real comedian, but someone who's naturally
Who's
funny.
naturally just funny,
and
but he
be
can
a
be
host.
really naturally
But
serious too.
There's a line, you know,
Yeah.
you should
You
cross
shouldn't
as
just
a
say
as a
jokes.
host.
You just shouldn't say
shouldn't
jokes. It
You
just-
shouldn't be airing it out like, especially on a national syndicated
That's
event.
what I'm
like,
saying, and that's the thing. That's my second point. It's the Oscars. The Oscars is an event of
high class.
not even just high class.
But-
Well, yeah, definitely high class, but it's
sure.
you're supposed to. It's like a Super Bowl or a graduation.
Like a
It's-
Met Gala,
it's the
a
end of the
formal
year.
event.
They don't even
It's
sit
the
in
end of the
seats,
year.
they sit
It's
at
a
tables.
status situation where like it's a celebration at the same
Towards
time.
the end of the year for
Yeah.
everybody's success. It's supposed to be a positive event. Like there's like no
Exactly.
negativity. There's no, it's
Exactly.
like, this is supposed to be a time where you're supposed to
Exactly.
be so
You
happy.
get
Literally,
your
it's
flowers.
all,
Everything's supposed to
it's
be
all about the
perfect.
awards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all about
everybody's
the
supposed to be
awards,
lit,
yes.
you know, and all you're here is to stay, you know, what you're supposed, you know, meet new people and also be like, oh yeah, someone wanted, you know, award, another award, da da
Yeah.
da. But
Facts.
for it to be anything negative to make someone feel bad at the event in
Yeah.
some type of way, it's already messed up. It's
That
already not.
is.
You're already being a bad host.
That is.
And I mean, the fact that I hope he didn't sit there and like practice that, and then finally drop that at the time.
What I heard
Or he
was,
just randomly just was looking at people in the crowd. It's like, okay, I got a joke for you. I got a joke for you. Jada, oh yeah, I'm sliding on
Yeah,
you.
what I heard was that was just off the fly. Like
Off
it
the
wasn't.
fly?
It wasn't in the script. That's what the dude
I mean,
who
that's
did
what
the
comedians
prompter.
do, yeah.
He said he went off script for that joke. Like he normally puts his jokes in the thing.
So all
but
three of the jokes, or just the Jada one was off
That
the rip?
Jada one was.
So the other
not-
two were written in.
What was the other two? What are you talking about?
He was ripping on a few people.
Oh, you talking about before? Yeah, those
Yeah.
were written in.
Okay.
The Jada one wasn't.
Mm.
He just went scanning and was just like, Jada,
Makes
I love
sense to
you.
why it's the driest.
Like,
Yeah.
it was super dry. It wasn't even funny. And that's what I'm saying. Still, people laughed
Jabbers.
because, you know, it was
I mean,
it was
they
against
feel like
someone.
you're supposed to laugh, which
But
is
I'm
stupid
saying,
in
I'm
those
saying
situations.
it's against a black woman who he always tears at. Like,
Yeah,
like I said,
constantly,
like it was
consistently.
in the last one, the 2016, where he was saying she got to be invited to boycott.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're saying she's not even worthy of being there, and then you're just gonna go off script and then point her out and put out a dry ass joke like that. You're gonna
He's
get slapped.
getting really
That's what made me.
ticky-tacky.
Yeah, that's what
He's
made me
getting
feel like he
real
was
ticky-tacky.
hungry for that little bit of shine because
Yeah.
that joke did good in 2016 for Jada Pinkett. But it's like, come on now, 5 years
Yeah.
later, bro, you're
Oh
gonna
man,
go
they
at
was,
it again.
they was clapping ovation after he said that. In the older one,
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
she wasn't even invited. They
Yeah.
was
clapping and
You're right. You're totally right.
You tell us.
You're right. You got a great point, Chris.
Yeah. He's just. I mean.
He's flipped the script a lot.
There's been numerous, like, you know, red flags of Chris Rock too, to the point where, you know, we've all seen that talk that they had where it was Jerry Seinfeld, it was Louis
yeah,
C.K., and he was
yeah.
calling Louis C.K. the biggest that he had ever seen, and he could say the N-word and stuff like that, and it was Jerry Seinfeld that I was like, I don't feel comfortable saying that or even being
this
here
is not
right now.
right.
Like, this ain't even, no. So Jerry is for the culture. Like, that's someone who we obviously respect when the cameras are on, who's gonna stay true to who they are. Out of everybody in that room, it was only Jerry Seinfeld. So, but it was Chris Rock that was pushing it. Like, was like, oh no, these white people can say the N-word, man. They the biggest N-words that you ever meet. Like, come on, man. Like, you out here giving out black cards and you yourself haven't even earned your stripes. Like,
That's tough.
Man, yeah.
Hate to see it.
You
You
can't
really
be-
hate to see it.
Yeah, you hate to see it because the fact that we're in 2022 to where people still haven't got the memo that we all got to be on the same page. We all got to uplift each other. We all got to be on a positivity note. If not, we don't win. Not one of us wins. Like, he wouldn't have won in that situation. Like I'm saying, like, he wouldn't have won in that situation if people just laughed at the joke and Will left it as it was, you know.
As I mentioned, like he would have went home that night, and it would have been his perfect night. He got his award, but his wife, like sacrificed so much for him, she had to sit through that, take that joke, be disrespected, and like he didn't even defend it, stick up for her.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And they worked so hard to get back to their family unit. You know, we've seen the whole thing on the Red Table Talk and all this, and they've split up and entanglement. And in the last couple of months, and while he did this movie, they're as a family unit again. And I feel like Chris Rock could have ruined that whole thing if like Will Smith didn't act right then and there, or like maybe after the Oscars, be like announce like, hey, I didn't like that joke or something. But he had to kind of just do it in the moment. I don't know. It's like, what do you want him to do? But it's like, I know it's their event, the Oscars, it's a ceremony, man, but
we're losing humanity right now.
Yeah,
as a society, humanity is not at an all-time high.
It's not. We've seen so much happen in our lifetimes. It's crazy that I keep on saying it, but it's like catastrophic.
Right.
And say that shit is so crazy. Catastrophic event after catastrophic event, where it's like mind blowing. Like we're in the age where Eminem is a calm and cool person, and Will Smith is on stage slapping people, and
but that's what kind of gets me to like what they call it's going to be like the darkening of Will Smith, where it's like now he's going to be like the enemy of Hollywood.
I don't think so.
No, he will be, because he disrespected their whole Oscar movement. No, they're talking about it already.
Who cares though?
He's not getting blackballed.
He's boycotted the Oscars.
He ain't getting blackballed.
As a rapper, he boycotted
you guys
the Grammys.
aren't hearing me. You guys aren't hearing me. I'm not talking about getting boycotted or blackballed. I'm talking about people are gonna keep like they're gonna see him as like the stereotypical like black person in filmmaking. Like now you're gonna see them. They're gonna be coming for him. I feel like girls are gonna say he like did something fake to him, like lie on his name. I'm telling you, all this is gonna come out because they're gonna turn on Will Smith.
But they're not gonna. We can't.
I'd hate to see
the world
it,
couldn't do that because it was a moment. It's not Will Smith every day. But I get what you're saying though.
But
when
that just showed the whole world.
Side,
like, look.
When they see a different side of a person.
But look, no. Listen, he just spent 20 years on his reputation, right?
Yeah.
His whole reputation just got ruined in one night,
No,
one
it didn't.
slap.
No, I didn't.
To
us it did not. But to the rest of the world, I'm telling you, like they got Indian news outlets talking about Will Smith acting a fool at the Oscars. This is not just us. I know for us, we're African Americans. We know the truth.
He slapped people. He slapped the interviewer for kissing him on the cheek.
Yeah. That was a minute ago.
And that was
too.
viral. Like,
yeah, but I get what he's saying, because I've been seeing. I mean, obviously it's social media, so people are gonna say whatever they want to, but they're like, "Oh, did you look at him? He seemed to be distraught or just out of it, or he's not mentally there anymore." Like, oh, ever since this Jada stuff came out, Will's just been going through it. He's probably depressed.
But that's just the public eye though, because we all went crazy about the entanglement and stuff. But I'm telling you, like, as they're like a $1 billion black couple. You feel
That's
me?
what
like,
I'm saying.
People act like the public found out about it before he did. It's like, come on now. They did
But
all that Red Table Talk stuff just because people found out about it. People found out about it because August Alsina released the information. He opened his mouth. He wasn't supposed to open his mouth about it. I feel like Will and Jada, they were on their own stuff. Like, you do you, I do me. Like, just don't disrespect the family.
They didn't care.
Yeah, they didn't care until August Alsina. He exposed it, and
the
whole world.
I don't think
the
they had a
whole world made it into a meme.
plan.
So they had to respond.
They didn't have a contingency plan, but then that's when the Red Table Talk was
all
the
memes happened, and then all the women were like, "No, Jada can do whatever she wants," and they all went behind her. So they're
sadly,
like,
that's how you own up. That's how you own something, and you turn it into your success.
Yeah, exactly.
And, I mean, they're the best to do it. I mean, they are the best people to do it. That's the crazy thing, is that we're not surprised about this, but it's like they are the couple that people always looked up to. They were the family that people always looked up to, and I think we can still look up to them because this is still normal stuff.
Yeah,
this is regular, schmegular,
and that's
family
why, and that
stuff.
right there,
like, they're human beings. We're all human beings at the end of the day.
Yeah,
we're all gonna do human stuff. Like,
exactly.
Man, if someone think about it, even at stand-up comedies where they're just ranking on someone's wife, you think that dude's not thinking of beefing in some type of way? But it's just.
But what if it was personal? If it's personal, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, it was highly personal.
That's what I'm saying.
Personal. That's
You're
not just
in a
off
room
of looks.
full of it's like looking in a snow globe full of white flakes, and then you got these little black dots just like sprinkled in there.
Gotcha.
And all you seen was the black people in the audience. Mm-hmm. You didn't focus on none of these white folk that do this slimy, grimy, weirdo stuff all throughout Hollywood. He could have talked about Ellen. He could have talked about anybody.
Hey, because it'd be our own people. Like, look, because Chris Rock, he probably was scared to call
easier.
one of the. It's easier. I know.
It's easier. You can get laughs from white people.
That's exactly what I was getting at. That's exactly what I was getting at. He can get blasted because I'm the host of the Oscars. I can't get, I can't say a bad joke about one of the people that, gave me the job to be the host.
Hey, but surprisingly, we're all waiting for one person's response. And it's not either one of them.
Dave Chappelle.
You already know.
Because
we know we're going to get it raw.
Yep.
And, the truth, raw and hilarious. Dead hilarious, but the raw truth of what happened and how people responded. Yeah. Dave, how do you feel about this? Did you see this coming? I can already see it now.
You can already see it now. You're like, Dave to go.
Years ago. I said I should have made a skit about this.
If Dave Chappelle says, I would have smacked him myself, then we got to be like, yeah. We're riding with Dave.
But that's crazy. I mean, the fact that Will hasn't been invited. Well, he's been invited, but he's been invited. He just never won. He's been nominated multiple times.
Hey, we got a commenter chiming in too. Look,
what?
You got J42G. If
hey, come on,
me, I wouldn't have slapped a motherfucker over. But look, hey, it's
who slap August?
Yeah, no, he's talking about.
He beat up August though. He deserved to get those hands. He over there. You gonna stay with the family? They gonna take care of you. It was all on the low ski. They didn't care that the whole entanglement was happening. He just aired it out to the world I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was just trying to get his career back.
Yeah, but I think get back on his popularity. It was a clout move.
It didn't do good for him. Mm-hmm. It just made Jada more famous and it made Will more famous. That's what I'm saying. He could have just kept that to himself.
Because they were on the Jay-Z and Beyonce stuff. We don't hear about what they do on an everyday basis, but now we kind of do. I mean, because they have no choice. They make a podcast.
They're that mainstream and of stardom now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. They could get canceled.
Chilling out on movies. He was, for a little bit.
Because he really wanted to get his Oscar, just like every other big actor.
He's been putting up numbers since the 90s.
He's been putting up numbers since the 90s.
He's always been Mr. Summertime.
Okay, but what Oscar level performances has he put out since the 90s though?
Numerous.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot.
Which one? Besides
Bad Boys.
I'm sorry, but
Bad Boys is an Oscar level performance. That's an action movie. Come on, Cody. You got
to look at the recent Oscar winners.
I'll give you 7 pounds. I'll give you 7 pounds.
7 pounds.
What was the one?
Pursuit of Happiness.
Why does dramas always have to win Oscars? Why does dramas always have to win Oscars?
It's not just dramas. It's just hard life stories. Avatar won it, but that was
What about Ali?
Ali is a great one.
You gotta see what movies came out that year, though. And bro, how many boxing movies come out a year?
What? Not that much.
And how many Muhammad Ali's came out?
One.
He's not the only Muhammad Ali.
Is it the best one? It's the best one.
He's the greatest. He's the only one Ali.
No, I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I say he don't miss, bro.
He could have got it for Independence Day.
The Alien movie.
Shout out J42G.
They did not want to give it to Jeff Goldblum movie. They did not want to give.
Wait, are you talking about Bright?
Oh,
wait, J42. Are you talking about Bright? Because he's not getting an Oscar with Bright.
The Oscars because they didn't want Netflix movies to be nominated.
Yeah.
Or else he actually broke the record. I still think he owns the record for the Netflix movie Bright.
I like Gemini Man too.
Gemini Man was crazy.
It was But
that's just one that can do a type of movie like that.
That was really creative too. That's why I really messed with that one.
It reminded me of Jet Li the One.
Yeah. Yep. When he came back from the future or something like that.
When it was different. Well, in Jet Li the One, it's all about how you have yourself in every
multiple
universe,
dimensions,
and it was all the dimensions coming back. That's why one can run hella fast.
But look, all I'm saying is that it's pretty tough for the Oscar standards to get an Oscar. Think about Leonardo DiCaprio, just like Will Smith. They have.
That's what I'm saying. Oscars will blackball you.
Let me get this point across though. They both have 10 or 20 great movies in the last 20 years, but it took them one movie where they just focused in on their acting, the whole performance. Just to get their Oscar, super late in their career, just like Leonardo DiCaprio for The Revenant.
He didn't get anything for Wolf. I mean, I'm sure he got something, but Wolf of Wall Street didn't win an Oscar, right?
Leonardo DiCaprio didn't win awards.
He didn't win nothing until
Revenant. Just like Will Smith didn't win until King Richard.
Was it the Revenant?
Yes. And that was the most least expected because he was just on his survival stuff and super dramatic. So that's what I'm saying.
That's
I thought he would have won for like
but
Great Gatsby. I thought he would have won for
movies.
Inception. I thought he would have won for Blood Diamond.
Yeah,
like, come on,
you gotta
Diamond
think
was
of it.
fire.
Come on, now.
They've been blackballing him because he did that movie as a kid where he was a stoner. That's what I'm saying. Oscars will blackball you because of your past movies. That's the reason why Jamie Foxx was blackballed from Django.
Independence Day.
How's everybody else win an award except Jamie Foxx? Like, come on.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
They blackballed
Jamie
people,
Foxx.
especially obviously black
actor.
people and people of color. But Leo is one of those people to where if you're playing in a cultured movie like that early on, they're gonna blackball you, and they're gonna have all these whitewashed drama actors like The Notebook winning, and like dramas that's not even good acting. Like that's just a love story.
Hey, no, he did not even win for Titanic too. Crazy, and that was his biggest movie. He didn't.
But
even
that's
win
what I'm
for Titanic.
saying. He early in his career, he played the stoner kid. That's what I'm saying.
He also played it like a mentally ill kid too. One of his early movies, like as a kid.
I mean, they won't get you for that, but I'm saying
No, I
you
know,
play
that's
like
a
a
positive
stoner
thing,
kid
but
or
yeah.
something like that, or like a cultured movie like that. You know, just like a half-baked type of movie.
Look at all the stars in American Pie, the original stars.
Oh.
There's only a couple that are still doing like majorly acting right now.
Well, that's because American Pie was keeping them guys' career alive, like National Lampoon.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, they still were actors.
Facts.
You know? They still developed into their own characters and made other movies.
Facts.
But my thing about the Oscars was that, you know, all these years, and they finally put Will like straight in the front, like right in the front.
Yeah.
Because if he wasn't in the front like that,
he wouldn't have walked on stage. I mean, that's dummy. That's what I'm saying. They're front row. That's easy to pick on someone who's front row. It's like easy.
The first people you see.
Yeah. Like literally, you couldn't just talk about anybody else in the audience. Anybody else, and they're just heavy on your mind.
There. You know, you can't identify everybody.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So I mean, yeah, like we said,
just another day.
Let's stop having comedians host, or if you do, they just got to be on a super polite tip.
Yeah, it's why put negativity? Just don't put no negativity into the night.
Like you know,
just straight up.
Like why is it always got to be white comedians that can make funny jokes about white people, and black comedians can never just focus on that shit too? Like, come on, man. Especially Chris Rock. You're the most whitewashed like black comedian that we have. You have the ability to tap into that white crowd and make fun of them. Like we would just be making fun of them just because they're white.
Like we would make fun of them just because it would give us amusement. But you can make fun of us. You can make fun of them for us.
Yeah, help us. He could actually talk about some personal stuff, but instead he chose to talk about personal stuff that we, the culture, all agree like is not funny. Like it's not something that we.
I think he messed up. He didn't choose the path to be an unapologetic black man.
Yeah,
and that's what you know when you got the power. Why not? Like, come on now. You can hold people accountable and everything. So
exactly, and especially someone who made a documentary like Good Hair.
He's jealous of jealous of Dave Chappelle because Dave Chappelle is so unapologetic, and Chris Rock has always been number 2.
Hey, that's why Dave is undefeated.
Yeah, he's
undefeated. That's the GOAT.
He said he'll never be in a dress. You're never gonna put me in a dress.
Man.
Yeah,
that's
you're
what I'm
not
saying.
Gonna demasculate.
We already have too many people like even the guy from Sorry to Bother You. He just came out in a dress, and now he's been getting more acting roles. Like,
who?
The guy from Sorry to Bother You, the main actor. He's in Atlanta too. He just put a dress on. Yes.
Keith Stanfield.
He put the dress on too.
When he dressed?
My mom showed me. He just put. This is in the last month. In
like
a dress.
Modeling thing or something.
He's wearing a dress, Cuddy. It's simple as that. It's Dave Chappelle did it. He did. It's simple as that.
Man, he on that Young Thug tip, man. I don't know.
Tip.
That different tip, man. Wearing the skirts and stuff, and
man, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for our Wavy Wednesday. What's your overall like? So was Will Smith justified in the slap? Just your overall summation of the
yes.
I mean, yeah, he's justified from the culture, obviously, with it being on TV and everything, and the etiquette. You know, hopefully the viewers at home just didn't watch it on silent and just take it as for what it was. You know, just as a slap, but actually seen. How much Oscars does Adam Sandler? He probably doesn't have any.
He probably doesn't have any.
He makes too much classics. That's what I'm saying. They don't give out Oscars for classics.
For classic
comedy.
They
give out Oscars for dramas and boohoo movies.
It's the same story you've already heard. It's novels. Like remade novels and stuff. Like, you know, folklores and all that.
All right, look. For the viewer out there, I got you right here. I looked it up. So Adam Sandler does not have any Oscars, but he's got a lot of awards, like Independent Spirit Award, Best Movie, MTV Movie and TV Award, 1996.
Yep.
2005, People's Choice Award, Favorite favorite comedian, Kids' Choice. He got a lot of awards, but no Oscar, man.
I think that's why what we have to do as a society, we got to tear down the value of Oscars.
That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we can create our own award system.
Yeah.
Because we can create our own Grammys and Oscars. That would mean more valuable. That's definitely
what we need.
Yeah,
because they care about our ear more than they care about their own. They have to hire black people and people of color to validate that, you know, things are true. Like, oh, this is the best song in the world right now. They're not going to know if they hear hip hop, you know, because hip hop is now the most selling genre in the world.
For the last 5 years.
In history
for the
now,
last 5 years.
It's now overlapped. Yeah. Like, now it's the most selling genre. You really think that there's white people at the head of these, well, the people who, you know, are at the head of these Grammys,
the judges,
hierarchies and everything like that, the people who are on the committees, you think that these people are of color? Like, just think of that. They have to hire people to actually listen to things for them and actually
shout out to Cody Keys.
Come on. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Wavy Wednesdays, man. New Wave, man.
Every time the Bigger Picture channel comments is legend in the making because y'all gotta tap in with the Bigger Picture Ants channel because he got all the legendary town music videos on there. Like half of our town talk playlist is from his channel. He's the original creator.
The original shooter for Juice the God, man.
Cody
original
Keys.
shooter
For Quay Hurt, all that.
Clowns, man. Quay Hurt, man.
You know
well known in the town, now artist himself, you know, putting that stamp on the town, man. Hey, his video's dropping out soon too. I know he wants
we gonna do a whole video.
Yeah,
to
it. Yeah. His video should be dropping tomorrow. I think. It should be dropping tomorrow. It should be dropping tomorrow.
It should drop on
24 hours.
Come on, it should drop right
now. Live viewing right now, premiere.
But shout out Ant, man. Shout out Wavy Wednesdays, y'all. How you feeling?
Man.
I mean, that's all I got for y'all, man.
We feeling real
for
wavy.
People showing out and listening.
Come on.
That's what we here for.
Yeah.
Seattle's finest.
We out of here, y'all. Close them out, hoes.
Doses.
Hey, once again, these are your hosts, JSkip, Skip Jones.
And it's the one and only late bloomer, Lou. And we out here. Y'all have a good night now.
Come on.
And
the third member of New Wave had to go in there.
Hey, come on. Cody Keys, shout out, man.
Shout out to Cody
New
Keys,
Wave.
man.
On all platforms, Stout Talk. We gonna keep getting his comments in there, too.
New Wave or don't, man. Come on. On all platforms,
Dope.
Cody Keys, get that.
Come on. All platforms. Tap in with Cody. We out of here. Gone.